everybody. Dr. Bill Crawford here, psychologist, speaker, author of 4 books, host of 2 PBS specials. Here today to talk about the subject of stress. For those of you who have been following me or seen me present, you know that my first PBS special and my first book was called All Stressed Up and Nowhere to Go. I love that title. My wife came up with that title, by the way, because so many people relate to it. And so when I talk about stress, I'm really wanting to come from a place of what in the past has bugged you, annoyed you, stressed you out. How have you found yourself reacting to situations maybe with anger, resentment, stress, annoyance, frustration, overwhelm, depression, resentment, any of that I call stress. And I like to look at it as a valuable signal. Now, sometimes that signal can be such good information that something is off. Maybe it's off in our relationship, maybe it's off in our job, maybe we're doing something we really don't want to do, don't really agree with, and yet we don't listen to that. We kind of have a tendency sometimes just kind of keep on doing it or push through. There's a quote that I'm using that I've used before that I love. I actually found this on a refrigerator magnet in Corpus Christi, Texas. It says, stress is what happens when your gut says no way, but your mouth says no problem. In other words, when we know on some gut level that something is off, something is wrong, we are in a situation that's incongruent with what we believe or who we are or what we would recommend to someone we love, or that there's something going on in a relationship or a situation that really needs addressing, we can feel it, we kind of sense it. But often we don't pay attention to it. In fact, we can put on a smiley face and say, no problem. So I think that may not be serving us because it's not allowing stress to be a signal. One of the things I talk about in my seminars is that stress isn't a problem. Stress is a valuable signal that something needs to change. Suffering is when we don't make the change. But we can't listen to the signal unless we recognize it as a valuable signal. One of the things I'm doing now is talking about how when a little light comes on in our dashboard, that little light isn't the problem, that little light is a valuable signal. If we didn't pay attention to it, things would go wrong. So I'm going to suggest we begin to pay attention to that gut feeling. Now there is one little caveat here that I think we want to recognize, and that is when we're always stressed or always worried or always anxious or always concerned about something, then we're trying to use stress at that point, or worry or anxiety, as a way of solving problems. It can't solve the problem, just like the little red light on the dashboard can't solve the problem. All it can let us know is that something needs our attention. In order to pay attention to it in a way where we bring a solution to the situation versus just worrying about the problem, we have to be coming from that upper 80% of the brain, what I call the top of the mind. So I have the opportunity to go around the world now teaching my system on life from the top of the mind, how to access this upper 80% of the brain regardless of the situation, accessing our clarity, confidence, creativity, compassion, how to listen to stress and that gut reaction as a valuable signal, and not just say no problem when frankly it is a problem, when it's not something we truly agree with. So, I hope you're finding these videos valuable. If so, please hit the like button. As you know, Google and YouTube pay a lot of attention to who likes it and how many people like it. Based on that, they refer these videos to others. If you like these videos, please tell your friends. Put them on your Facebook page, on your Twitter account. Let them know, because I often find that when my work is recommended by one friend to another, it's especially meaningful. So I'm encouraging you to do that if you want your friends to also find these videos valuable. In the meantime, here's to you listening to that gut feeling and not saying, no problem, when really the answer is, no way. Here's to you bringing more clarity, confidence, and creativity to everything you do, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.